Today on The Real.
Test your empire knowledge and cash in with some cookie dough.
We just chilling, we just laying low over here.
And our very favorite bro host, Adam Housley. Are you gonna be able to keep it real? Because she's sitting next to you
I gotta
now.
straighten all kinds of things up from past episodes.
Time to set the record straight. The Real.
Tay, you're doing an amazing job, and we miss you.
Yes, we do.
There's a very handsome man at the table as our guest host, my husband, Mr. Adam Housley.
Love it.
Adam, you know, this is the first time, because you've been on our table before, but this is the first time you and Tamara have been on together.
No.
Yes, without the other husbands.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
right.
How do you feel about that? Are you gonna be able to keep it real? Because she's sitting next to you now.
I gotta straighten all kinds of things up from past episodes.
Oh, you've got it
Okay.
all like on record
It's
right
all
here.
like right here, going. You
That's
said
sexy.
this and this and this.
Oh,
This
really?
is the time to set the record
I
straight.
know there's a lot of records to set too. Straight.
Wow.
What are you talking about?
We'll get to it.
Okay.
Good. All right.
Well,
Tam,
it is time to just get into girl chat, right?
Okay, I'm ready.
So, Adam, you are a dad of two. Officially, he's part of the two kids crew. And you now have a little girl, and I hear that Araya is quite the daddy's girl. Is that true?
Well,
See, look at him
oh my
dancing.
gosh.
Oh my
I mean, I love my daughter. I love my son, obviously, but it's just amazing to have a little girl too. I mean, it's a different experience.
Yeah.
She has a little bit of an attitude, which I love. She likes to watch sports, which I love. She'll actually sit there and watch
true.
sports with me. So I mean, but it's funny because she'll give me this look sometimes, like either to her brother or to me, like she's disgusted, and it reminds me of this one a little bit.
Well, no, it's the side eye, you guys. Araya
she
has
gets
the
a
side
side
eye
eye.
down
Yes,
already.
Araya.
She's like,
Get it, Araya.
Yeah, but what she doesn't realize, I have the side eye back to where I'm going.
they're really cute together.
It's pretty cool.
That.
Really sweet. Okay, you guys, it's girl chat, and well, one-man chat time. Now, speaking about overprotective dads, a Wisconsin teenager's homecoming picture is going viral after her dad recreated the same loving pose that his daughter and her date had made.
I
But
love
the
this.
father turned the tables as he posed with his daughter's boyfriend and joked, "Whatever you do to my daughter, I will do to you." Wow. Adam's clapping.
I got no problem with that.
Was your dad overprotective growing up?
My dad, I have two dads, my Papi Freddy and my stepdad, which is Papa Joe. And neither of them were overprotective.
Really?
They're a lot more overprotective now that I am an adult.
Okay.
Like, I feel like when I was younger, they were like, she's got to experience, she's got to, get her heart broken a little bit, let her have her own thing. Now, no.
I think this is just team too much, what he's doing, okay? Taking a picture all behind the boy and stuff like that. That's too much. What happened to the old days of the dude come to your house, your dad is sitting in a big chair with a baseball bat going,
Yeah, no. I'm telling you, that's my dad now. No, my dad now, straight up, my dad's a Marine, Semper Fi, and all that good stuff. And he literally
My dad was in the Army.
has no
Wow.
problem explaining to me that any man that wants my heart now has to go through him. He feels very strongly about it, and
That's
yeah,
crazy.
It's a little scary now.
What about, okay, I don't have a protective, I have a protective dad, but my mom runs the household. So anything my mom says, my dad just has to follow and goes, listen to your mother. So like when I went to a school dance before, my mom got my dad to actually sneak out and spy on me at the local school hangout. You guys, I told my parents that the dance ended at a certain time, but I lied. I did. I went to a pizza hangout. Instead, we
Yeah.
were just playing Street Fighter. It was nothing.
You was a bad.
In the shadows, my friends all saw two people sitting there watching us in thick parkas because it was really cold in San Jose. And they were all like, dude, that looks like your parents. That looks like your parents. And I'm like, no, it's not. I saw when the light hit my mom's hair, it was purple. And it was her. You guys, I ran out to try to catch them. They took off into the dark. I ran home to try to catch them, saying that it was them. My dad was sitting there reading the newspaper. My mom was cooking. She said, I don't know what you're talking
I
about.
don't know
you guys."
what's more
I'm like,
concerning, that your parents were there or that your mom's hair was purple.
yeah, you know Mama
That's
Mai.
Mama Mai,
Mama Mai's a
okay?
whole other
Lonnie's color.
No, I want to know about you because you know Araya gonna be the hotness. She gonna be like
Yes,
me
she
when I was
is.
17, okay?
Yeah.
So what you gonna do, Housley?
Well,
what you gonna do?
I'm
if she's
afraid
like
for
you when you're
Araya.
17, we're going to be brawling. However, she has to go through her brother, which is we all know. Aiden
Yes,
is no easy.
Aiden is very protective
He is-
already.
And then, I don't think you have to have a bat. You just one of my friend's fathers did this. It was awesome. He took a piece of paper and he actually typed out and printed it out how you clean a gun.
Oh, geez.
And when he came over to the house, he said to the boy, he said, "Hey, I hope you guys have a great time. Oh, by the way, if you ever need to know how to clean this out, this is how you clean a gun. It's really good instructions all the way through from top to
That's
bottom."
funny.
And he was like, the boy was like,
Like, this guy is out of his mind.
you guys, you know what my
he didn't
dad...
have a gun. He just gave him a piece of paper.
Babe, you know what? I don't know if I told you this story, but
No.
my dad, he wasn't overprotective. My mom was, but my dad was protective. My dad actually worked for a police department. He would come home and he would look up the people that we were dating, and he would come home with the records like just piled up. My sister dated this one guy, and no joke, you guys, she had a pile of records like this high. And then a guy that I was dating, my dad was like, so, you know that he stole a car, right? And I'm like, what? How do you know this? So if you
Who are you
guys have...
dating and stole a car?
I can't... Well,
Uh-oh.
Wasn't me.
no, it wasn't you. You have a very clean record, so that's the reason why you got through there. But
Bravo.
Yeah,
you know what?
Housley was the
What's
word.
scarier now for you guys is that back in the days when boys would call our house, the parents could always pick up the phone. You know how that is when your like crush calls the
Right,
house and your
right.
dad's like, hello? And it scares them right away, and they can pick up the phone and spy on you too. Nowadays, they can call
But-
cell phones.
but-
Like, you guys can't even intervene
But
and,
also,
like,
girls are
eavesdrop.
more. I say in some respects, girls are more aggressive now too-a-days than when they were when
Very
I was in
true.
school.
They fast.
So we have,
That's what they are. They,
it's
you
true.
good. You feel
Hey.
nice.
So
true.
we're gonna. She is gonna be raised right. Like she's gonna be a
Amen,
balance
Housley.
there. No one's
Amen.
gonna mess with her, but she's not gonna mess with anybody either. She's gonna be, a good
At
woman.
what age would you say you'd let Araya date?
24.
24! What?
And
She
here
has to
we
go
go.
graduate, college, job, then she can date.
You must be part Asian, because that's exactly the time of year when my mom
I
let
would
me...
say 18. But you know what, Adam? The thing is
I'm not
you
serious.
are
24.
I'm not
However,
gonna be worried about Araya, you guys, because Adam is an amazing father, and when a daughter sees that they have an amazing father, that's who they're gonna want
To emulate.
Yes.
Yeah.
their date to
Yes.
emulate. So I don't think we're gonna have a problem.
wow.
Well,
Yeah.
parents may have different ideas on how to look after their kids, but a recent survey has found out that it's normal for couples to argue up to, you guys, 7 times a day. Adam, I want to find out why he's grinning. But the
What?
question is, are you good at winning an argument? Okay,
I wanna hear this
if you're
right
not,
here.
you guys, there's a new book out called How to Argue. Listen up, Adam, you might need this book, which states that there are 5 golden rules on how to win an argument, including obeying the 75-25
Let's
rule.
hear what this is.
That means listening 75% of the
Absolutely.
time and only talking 25% of the time. Are you listening, Freddie?
But
So, Tamara, I want to ask you, look at these two, cool off, Adam. Do you think that that's a good way to win an argument?
Yes, listening is
What?
Nothing.
I
Nothing.
think great communication happens when the person is really listening to what the other person is saying instead of already thinking of what they're gonna say next. Like Adam right now. You have to what?
Nothing.
that's right, baby.
also,
agree.
I believe in empathy. There's a difference between empathy and sympathy. Sympathy is when you sympathize because you've actually gone through what that
Empathy?
person is going through.
When have you ever given me empathy?
What? What are you talking about, Housley? It's putting yourself in the other person's shoes, trying to understand
There's
where
got to
they
be a
are
study
coming
too about
from.
the longer your hands go, the more you're.
No.
Was she trying to get that
Elaborating.
point?
Wait, we
no,
need
it's
an
true.
example. Like,
Yes.
specifically
Yeah.
an example.
Give us a
What is
basic
something?
argument.
Well, we don't argue 7 times a day, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
That doesn't
That's
happen.
crazy,
Yeah, we don't
right?
even argue every.
But I never win, so it
day.
doesn't matter.
What are you talking about?
She's a better
Men never
arguer.
win.
No,
they
you.
just don't. It don't matter if I win. I don't win. You know what I mean?
Adam,
I still lose.
Can you recall right now a time where you felt like you should have won?
Yesterday,
Yesterday.
What happened?
Saturday. Sorry,
I
Saturday.
don't even know what he's talking about.
She
wanna hear.
blamed me for losing Aiden's clothes, and I said, I didn't lose his
Not
clothes.
losing, misplacing them. There's a difference.
Tamara, if you could do 75%
I
of
put
listening
them
right now, we
back.
could hear this.
Oh, Jeannie.
Thank you. That is
You're welcome,
true.
Adam.
You
I
do
put
talk a lot when we argue. So I'll listen.
Can we
Long and
give the
short of
story?
it, I didn't lose the clothes, and all I said was look in the drawers where maybe they were put, but not by me. And that's where they were.
That was not our argument,
We
Adam.
argued. You came and said, where did you put those? What, I cannot.
No, that is
that's
the
my
way you.
biggest pet
that is,
peeve.
It's because I had. Adam,
Your
I always say I like to have Aiden's clothes where I can find
This
them
ain't
because we
75,
travel
25.
a lot, and I spend. Clothes are very expensive.
Yes, they
so
are.
I hate misplacing them.
I love you.
This happens more than once. This happened like 10 times, and I'm usually quiet until finally I couldn't take it anymore, and I was like, Adam, where are Aiden's clothes? You know that's like my pet peeve. Then he turned it into a whole bigger deal. It did not end like that, House. It did not.
We love
I didn't turn it a bigger
Tamara.
deal.
Tamara,
I just said,
What?
I don't know
Tamara,
where they are.
we
and
love
move
you.
them.
What did I do?
All I know is Adam just showed a very good example of 75% listening. Don't you get that?
No, I'm teasing. Come back over here, Housley. Come back. You know what? But the thing is, at the end of an argument, we always make up, you guys. We do. Give me a kiss.
I love you,
Now, listen up, you guys. Sandra Bullock has been talking about explaining racism to her adopted son, Louis, who is African American. Now, Sandra said it's an open conversation that we have. He fully understands what that means.
Wow.
He doesn't understand why people judge each other based on the color of their skin, but he knows they do. So I obviously want to ask you guys, the parents at the table, Adam and Tamara, would you talk to Aiden about racism when he gets older?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, for me, obviously, we have a unique situation. I think it's not just race. There's a lot of people in this world that treat people different for race is one of them. It's not acceptable, but there's a lot of reasons why people do stuff like that. I don't understand it. I wasn't raised that way, and I don't know people that were raised that way, thank God. Having said that, at least with me, I know with us, I think we probably agree on this. You have to kind of wait until he sees it or you see
Absolutely.
it with him.
And that's what happened with my family. You guys, I didn't know that my mom was like black and my dad was white per se until I experienced something at school.
About how old were you?
I was like 8. I just saw my mom as mom. I just saw my dad as dad. And that's how we want to raise our kids.
Right.
So we can show them this is how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
But then when it happens, that's when you have that conversation. I remember coming home saying, Mom, somebody called me the N-word, and they found out that I was black and I was mixed race, and I didn't understand. The little girl actually stopped being my friend, and I didn't understand why she found out that when I was black, she didn't want to be my friend anymore.
Wow.
So I told my mom, and Mom said, you know what, Tamera? That is somebody who is uneducated, and that is somebody who is being stupid. We are not those type of people.
Wow.
I'll be honest, I'm also, because of our unique situation, Aiden is a little bit lighter than Araya.
Right.
And so I'm waiting for someone to say something when I'm around.
Uh-oh.
Because I'll be honest with you, is to as Tamara knows, we get it from all sides. There's no
That's right. Y'all do.
and don't accept it. And I just think it comes back to, you know what, there's a time and a place, and I think if her son's ready for that, she'll know. She's his mom.
I think we're just going to show our children how it's supposed to be, and then when they experience something like that,
Or we see it together.
Yeah, that's when we'll talk.
Because we have, I mean, as you guys know, you guys have been we don't care what you look like, where you come from, how much money you got.
Y'all got all kind of colors in y'all
and
family.
ages.
We really do.
My grandma, when she was
sister-in-law-
80, would hang out at parties at my house, 80-year-old with my 21-year-old friends, and she'd be sitting on the couch and tell stories. I mean, so we don't care.
And my sister-in-law is Filipino.
Filipino.
We are one blended
Your best
family.
friend is Latina?
My best
Real.
friend is Latina.
Because you guys obviously have a lot of followers on Instagram and all that kind of stuff. But to me, sometimes I think that in this day and age, as we all are evolving and moving forward, that the idiots get more sound,
That's
get more,
true.
they get more attention than they would have ever gotten 25 years ago.
Because they have a
Social
platform
media.
now on
Because they have a
social
platform.
media.
When
A
the
very
truth is,
cowardly
most of the
platform,
people
but-
in this country are moving forward and realizing it don't matter if you're pink, green, blue, orange. I don't care. Everyone is the same. It's what's inside. And I think most of us know that. But there's still idiots out there that have these new ways that they can put out their stupid thoughts.
Well, that's why people try to say, "Oh, you should just ignore it." No, sometimes you have to recognize it and tell
absolutely.
them, "You're not going to do this today. Not on my timeline.
You know.
You're not going to do this."
Yeah.
You guys, we both know.
Oh,
that.
we know that.
And
So.
to recognize that everybody has a story. No matter where
Exactly.
they come from, they
Yep.
have a story, and it deserves to be told.
And,
it deserves to be
and
heard.
big ups to Sandra Bullock, because you know what? You doing your thing. We appreciate you, Sandra. When it comes to hair, you're not always born with the look you want, but that doesn't mean you can't get it. Well, we know hair. So today, we're breaking it down and letting you in on some secrets you should know when it comes to living your best wig and weave life. Listen up, ladies, because we've got wigs! To make sure we get you all the info you need, we call in the expert for this one, okay? Joining us is celebrity hairstylist Angela Stevens. Hey, girl!
Hey, girl.
Thank you for coming.
Thanks for having me. Hey, ladies.
I'm so excited about this. So let's go check in on Jeannie right now.
Yep, over here. Okay, so I want to know, when you're buying hair, I want to make sure the quality's good. Like people can tell from afar it looks expensive. So what are the insider tips to make sure you've got good hair?
Well, the first thing you want to make sure you do is actually take the hair and try to shake it up and rattle it up some.
Really?
And see if it tangles a lot when you shake it. Because if it tangles right away here, you know it's going to tangle on your head.
Oh.
And that's a no-no.
Okay.
The
can't
second
have
thing,
that.
no, not at all.
Okay.
The second thing you want to think about too is actually going ahead and smelling the hair. I know
What?
this sounds
Smelling
creepy,
the
right?
hair? Really?
Smell the hair. It should not have a scent. It shouldn't smell like anything. And if it does smell like corn chips or kind of funky, I'm serious,
Problems
guys. That
men
is a
don't
clear
have.
indication that
Corn chips?
Yes.
Corn
There's
chips.
black market hair going around here that is coated with different substances that really, it comes out in the smell of the hair.
All
and it'll
right.
smell worse once
The guy's
heat is
hair smells like
activated
corn
to
chips.
it
Yeah.
or when you
Pass on
sweat.
the corn
It's
chips.
not something that you want to have in your head.
And you don't
right.
want him smelling that too when he gets close to you.
Oh, no,
Okay.
no. Oh, no,
Thank
no.
you, Jeannie.
corn
chips. Okay.
All right, let's go on over here to
Yeah.
Angela.
All right. So my question is, when it comes to a weave, I know that the one that's the most popular is the sew-in weave. So tell us a little bit about this, how you can make sure that when you get a sew-in weave that it looks good.
So first of all, the sew-in weave is so popular because it's the most healthy form of extensions because you're letting your hair hibernate, basically.
No heat.
No heat, no nothing to it. So the most important thing is the braiding. You want to make sure that the braiding is small and it's especially around the hairline. You want it to be nice and small around the hairline so that it has a very seamless blend.
Yeah, and the smaller the braid, the flatter it lays.
Yeah, so you want it to be as flat as possible, and it lasts longer when it's smaller, too. The
I know
second
that.
thing, yep. The second thing is you don't want your weave to be too tight, especially not the braiding, because what that's going to cause is all kind of breakage, alopecia eventually.
And it give you a headache, too.
Yes.
I done had it when it's too, yeah.
So there's a common misconception that the weave is supposed to hurt. It's not supposed to be painful.
Oh.
Got it. And that's actually too much tension,
That's too much tension
on your hair.
What happens when you have a headache or a stomach ache? That's an indication that something's wrong, right?
Yes.
Oh,
if your
Lord.
head is aching, something's wrong.
Good to
Wow,
know.
no,
Okay,
I
let's
don't
get
know
on over
that.
here
Good to know.
That's
to our next department.
Wow.
Tamara and her husband. What's going on?
Okay, now, Angela, I know one of the quickest and easiest ways to change a look is to wear a wig. But the big question is how do you not make it look so wiggy?
Yeah, so basically you want to get a lace wig. Lace hairlines look the most natural. It looks the most like the hair is growing out the scalp.
Okay.
But wigs are great for changing the colors and doing that. But if you do a light color like blonde, you want to keep the roots dark, because that's going to make it look the most natural and seamless growing out the scalp. So if you don't color it, you can at least put mascara here, or you can use something like the hair fibers and just make it look darker around the hairline.
Well, clearly, I have problems putting my wig on. So I was hoping. So in all seriousness, though, can you show us what's a proper way of putting one on? Because I don't know.
You need to know that.
I don't know these things.
Well, first I want to take a look at some improper ways to put wigs on. Just
Okay.
wrong, okay?
Right.
Oh.
Oh my gosh, it
What's
looks like
going
a
on
Barbie.
with
Wait,
that?
those are real women with...
What, the hairline is messed up?
It's all
What
the way
looks the
wrong.
craziest in that is that there looks like there's no natural hairline coming out the front.
It's not a natural
It's
hairline.
coming out of nowhere.
Exactly. So the color is so important with that, to keep it dark, just like the way our natural hair grows. It's usually darker around the roots. So there's two types of adhesive you can use. You can use a liquid adhesive, or you can use tape, which our model has on today. And I'm just going to show you guys how to put this on really quickly. There are also clips inside the wig.
Right.
So we're going to clip her on the bottom, and then the tape is there to just leave it nice and secure.
Okay, put it on.
Let's do it.
Man, men don't have to do this.
So we want to line up the part to where the part is going to sit.
Pay attention, Adam.
And attach it and press down firmly. And then we'll get the other side.
The tape is pretty genius. That is double stick, right?
It's double-sided
See, look,
tape.
you can't even tell. You can't even tell she got it on.
It's double-sided tape, and it's so easy and
Whoa.
seamless to apply.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
That's cool.
And then you clip it in the back.
And then you just clip it in the back.
And girl, now you Beyonce. Look at you. Look at
So
you.
she can go out dancing. Now, if you're a true Empire fan, then you've already feeling this type of way, because tonight's episode will be preempted for the World Series. But don't worry, for those of you who are feigning, we've got your Empire fix right here, because it's time for Cookie Dough. All right, guys, listen up.
like that, make
Here's
rain?
how it works. We are going to have two teams made up of one audience member and two hosts. We'll play a clip from the current season of Empire. When we pause the clip, I will give you two options of what Cookie said next. The first team to buzz in and answer correctly wins the round. But watch yourself, because if you answer wrong, Lonnie, Adrian, Tamara, Adam, the other team gets the point. Now remember, okay? You gotta
do that.
wait
It's hard out here.
until I
for him.
complete the question before you buzz in. Or you'll be disqualifying yourself from answering. Adam, I know you're gonna be good. These ladies, no buzzing before we finish the question.
Patience is a virtue.
Okay. The team that wins the most walks away with all this cookie dough right here. Now, you know Cookie could do some real damage with all of this. I'm talking $500 real dollars. So at the end of the game, I will swap out the cookies for 5 real Benjamins that you get to keep and take home with you. Who's ready to play the game? All right. So now all we need are some real Empire fans contestants. So when I say your name, get on your feet and make some noise. The first real Empire fan is Candice Chunier. And my second fan is Lorena Gonzalez. Make your way to the stage. All right. So Candice, you're gonna play with Adam and Lonnie, and Lorena, you're gonna play with Adrian and Tamara. So, is everybody ready? You ready to win this 500 right here? Yours? Okay.
Okay.
Pay attention, guys. Let's roll the first clip.
Okay.
I haven't found my Beyonce yet, but I found a couple girls that's really good. You know, but they both Hispanic.
Okay, so what does Cookie say next? Is it A, ain't nothing wrong with a couple of J-Los as long as they can sing? Or B, you need to find yourself into the studio and make another hit. Oh. Candace, you know? What's the answer, A or B?
B.
Let's see what Cookie really says. Are you ready?
Nothing wrong with a couple of J-Los, as long as they can really sing.
Sorry.
I would have said
You
A.
get that point. Thank you very much.
Your cookie just crumbled.
It's a virtue.
Yes.
We just chilling. We just laying low over here.
All right,
Taking it
let's
easy.
play the
Right.
next clip.
Okay.
We'll get it.
You think just because you slept with my son that you don't have to work for it?
It's not like that with Hakeem. I worked my ass off to get here, and I don't need to sleep with anybody to get to where I want to be.
Ooh, it's so juicy, it's so juicy. Okay, so does Cookie say A? You should have thought about that before you jumped into his bed. Or B? Prove it. Adrian, Tamara,
Did they go
Juliana?
Do you think B? Do you think? Okay. We're gonna say B.
You're gonna say B.
Prove
You're
it.
Sticking to it. Prove it.
Yes.
Roll the clip.
Prove it.
Good job. Good job.
I think they were.
Good job. You got it. Okay. You guys, this next one is for all the cookies. Roll the last clip.
You can't keep me here with no probable cause, so.
I got cause. There's a warrant out for your arrest.
For what?
You jumped a turnstile and never showed up to court.
So, does Cookie say, A, you better stop wasting my time with this foolishness? Or B, do I look like I catch the subway?
We got it first.
No.
Okay, what's the answer, guys?
What were my options again?
Number one.
A or B?
The answer is B.
I should have told you.
They said B.
B.
Roll the clip.
Do I look like I catch the subway?
You're right. Today's Cookie Dough winner is Lorena.
All right, you get a valuable T-shirt.
You get a purple T-shirt.
Let's count your cookie dough all together now. 100, 200, 300, 400, $500. Okay, and don't worry, my love, because you are going home with a state-of-art T-shirt from The Real.
Our next guest has been inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame not once, but twice. His songs helped create the iconic Motown sound for Marvin Gaye, The Temptations, and his very own Miracles. Odds are you probably were conceived to one of his songs, and honestly, I second that emotion. Please give it up for the great Smokey Robinson. Your music is everything, as you can see. As you can see, they love you, and so do we. Thank you so much for coming here today, really. Now, besides writing and performing, what a lot of people may not know is that you've actually discovered some great artists.
Icons.
Yes, icons. Please tell us, how did you discover Diana Ross, Miss Ross?
I didn't actually have to discover her. You know, we grew up together. She lived
Wow.
4 doors down the street from me. After we started Motown, she had moved away to a place called the Brewster Projects. Brewster Projects.
That's right.
Project.
Where Lonnie's from.
My homie right here.
And she called me and said she had a group and she wanted me to audition them. And I did, and that's how that happened.
Wow.
Rest is history, you know.
Yes.
Wow. Your wife, Frances, I met her at Motown the Musical, and she watches The Real every day. So thank
Every
you,
day.
Miss Frances. Thank you. You know,
I cannot talk. If I want to say something to her, I better say before this comes on or after it goes off.
Okay.
I love that.
And you also have this wonderful group called Human Nature at the Venetian. I've worked with them. And you know what I like about you, Mr. Robinson, is that you help up-and-comers. And I heard that Justin Bieber's people want you to work with him. What's going on with that? Is anything?
Well, I would love to do that. You know, I had a meeting with Pooh Bear, who writes the stuff for
He's amazing.
Justin, you know. And so he was saying that we should get together and do some stuff with Justin, so I'm for that.
All right.
Wow,
That's
that would
right.
be cool. Wouldn't that be cool?
That'd be
That
awesome.
is awesome. Something to look forward to.
So Smokey has written so many classic songs for Motown, AKA Hitsville, USA, that we decided to play Charadesville, USA. Hey! All right, here's how it's gonna go down, you guys. As you can see, we split up into two teams. You've got Adam and Tamara over here, Team Housley versus Jeannie and Lonnie, Team
No chance.
My Love.
No chance.
So each team will have 45 seconds to act out the titles to the songs that Smokey either wrote or co-wrote as Smokey tries to guess what they are.
Uh-oh.
This is gonna be real interesting, Smokey. Prepare yourself. Now, if you can't figure out what they're doing, you just say pass, all right?
Okay.
So, Team Housley, are you guys ready?
Yes, let's
Absolutely.
do this.
You're
Let's
going
do
down,
this.
Housley.
Okay.
Okay, we got this. We got this.
45 seconds on the clock. You watching?
Okay.
You got your eyes on them?
Okay.
Ready?
Got it.
Go!
Oh, that's you.
My girl.
Yes.
Good job.
What?
My guy.
Yes.
Ooh, baby, baby.
2 words. I think that
you
means
guys.
2 words.
Oh, yeah, you didn't tell me how many
Yes,
words.
2 words.
2 lovers.
Yes.
You can't talk, Tamara.
Okay.
4 words.
Tears of a Clown.
Good job.
Getting all the good ones.
One Heartbeat.
Yes, he got it. He got it. He got it.
Jeannie Mai.
All right. It looks like you guys
Lonnie,
in
we got
total
this.
got 5 song titles correct.
You got this.
Yeah, good luck.
Now the question is, let's see if
Don't
Team
screw it up,
My
Jeannie.
Love can beat that.
Don't
So,
say too much, Jeannie.
Focus, Smokies, focus. Okay.
My
Don't
Love,
think too
are you
much,
guys
Jeannie.
ready?
How
Yes,
many
we
words?
need to beat 5, right?
You got to beat
Okay,
5.
we don't
many
have it
words?
yet. Haven't got
So
it
we're
yet.
going to put up 45 seconds
Okay.
on the clock.
No pressure,
Again, you
Jeannie.
can tell him how many words with the hand.
Okay, Adrian.
Ready, set, go.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
No talking.
The Tears of a Clown. The tracks of my tears. Head to toe. You really got a hold on me.
Come on.
Okay.
Well, guys, you only got 3. You know what you were missing? This supposedly was Fork in the Road.
Oh, God. Okay.
And you guys, Team Adam wins.